Hey everyone, Brenton here, slightly different setup. I know this is just the only place in the apartment that I can kind of do this, where you can see this. We'll probably deck this out, but in the meantime I've just got a couple of hockey books in there, plus all the other books that my girlfriend has, which is a lot, she likes to read. Anyway, let's jump straight into the news, shall we? So, we'll start with the Rangers. Well, it's not the Rangers, it's the Capitals, but we'll start with Lundqvist. Unfortunately not going to return to play this season, which is terrible news for him. I wonder if that's it for him. Did we just see this swan song last year, which is a really sad way of going out? Yes, quite a illustrious career might be done here, but because of a heart condition, he's deemed that until that's remedied, it's not safe to come back and play. So yeah, he's not going to come back and play. This really does hurt the Capitals massively. I don't think Ilya's got enough to sort of run the ball for a whole season, and they're also right against the cap, so getting a goaltender of Henrik Lundqvist's ability, especially the mentoring side of things, it's such a cheap ticket, is really going to hurt them not having that. So be interesting to see which one of the minor league goalies come up, but that one's going to sting. But yeah, really sad that we may have seen his last game. Not in a Capitals jersey, mostly because, well, he hasn't played a game for the Capitals, and also, when you think Lundqvist, you think the Rangers. Like it's going to happen. But yeah, this does hurt the Caps a fair bit. So it's a pretty, if these divisions are correct, the one that Greg Wisniewski put out, I think they might really struggle now, because letting in an extra goal or half a goal a game might be the difference between making playoffs or not. And a few of those teams, like the Rangers especially, have taken a step up. Next up, in the Panthers jersey, for obvious reasons, Duclair has signed a one-year deal at $1.7 million per to go play for the Florida Panthers, which is great for both sides. Unbelievable for both sides. Florida missed out on Dadonov, which I think is a hole in the lineup, and if Duclair can come up and is as advertised, he just didn't fit in with the way the Blue Jackets went, but his game lifted significantly when he moved to Ottawa. Even in the season where he got traded and they didn't make playoffs, his points per game lifted dramatically. So if they can get 50 points out of him, this is great. It doesn't cost them too much in a COVID year where budgets, etc., are a big deal. So if they can get 50 points for 1.7 mil, that's completely worth it. It's more of a replacing Dadonov, like a Dadonov light, coming in on the cheap. I don't think it's going to be revolutionary for the team, but it's a great pickup. It's a savvy pickup. And this is a team that, Bobrovsky, right? It's a team that they're going to go as far as Bobrovsky lets them. So, yeah, well, I guess we'll see. But I really like the signing. I think it's great for player and team. The player, if he does well, he can then really get his ticket and get a $4 million deal the season after, or maybe 5, probably around the 4. If he has a good season, if he can get 50 points. So yeah, so super keen to see how this one works out. But yeah, I thought it was a great deal all round. And last but not least, Alexander Steen has retired from the game, which is super sad. Very, very sad. Always a player that I liked. Apparently his back injuries have caught up to him. He's multiple herniated discs, which as someone who, when puts on weight, gets a small amount of back pain, I couldn't imagine just dealing with that. So best of luck for him. I hope it's not a permanent thing and he can get it fixed, but obviously, just can't deal with the general hustle and bustle of the game anymore. So, it sucks. Yeah, you always think he's a Blue. However, he was drafted in 2002. Couldn't believe that he was in the league for so long. 24th overall by the Maple Leafs, which I do definitely remember. I just thought it was a bit earlier than that. If you were to trivia question me, I thought he would have been the 05 draft, but yeah, there you go. He never made the next step in Toronto. He never got that next step that they wanted. They kind of thought he was going to be a bona fide star. Traded him off to the Blues after a very slow season. I think he had 6 points in 20 games and just wasn't meeting the fit. This was the start of the Leafs' run of not making the playoffs for quite a long time. And it just didn't... Yeah, it just wasn't a fit. Went to the Blues and... Yeah, if you counted him out even for a brief period, he always came back and just had a great career in total. Yeah, but I mean, what's to say? He's one of those guys that you just couldn't hate in the league, and just one that you wanted to succeed. And yeah, like it sucks, I guess. But he's Stanley Cup champion at least, so he has that on his record. He has a name on the cup, and a whole host of other accolades. So so really good to see him. Him do well, him well. I just hope he gets over this injury and stuff. No one wants to see back pain, especially for such a good guy. And he did a lot of community work in St. Louis as well. Yeah, just seemed like an overall good guy. So yeah, a little bit disappointing that this is the way the season ends, but sport's brutal. Sport is brutal. Yeah. I forgot he also has a silver medal in the Olympics as well. So obviously you want the gold, but you're up against Canada, so it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's where it's at. Probably my favorite memory of his would have been that overtime goal that he scored. I can't play it obviously because it'll get flagged, but I'll link it in the description if you want to go see it. I always love even though he's a bit of a homer in the way he calls games, but he's not as bad as a homer as some of the other commentators in the league, in the sense that like the analysis during the game is pretty fair, and he's always seems to be quite excited, or at least the Blues commentary team just seem quite excited, and Pang's on there as well. So yeah, you're always getting a good amount with him, but they always just seem excited for the teams to come in, and they're always talking about the other teams and whatnot. And obviously when the Blues win, like it's quite elevated and it's huge, but it's not a homer sense in the fact that like they do talk about the other team, and it's not us against them. They are like 1 degree from neutral onto the home team, but like it's a good balance, I think. So so yeah, it's a great call. It's just a great goal. They're on the penalty kill, smashed it up, misplay, and straight in the net. I just watched it again, just because I was talking about it, and I was like, I should go back. I thought it was against the Kings, but it was. Quick mishandles the puck. Puts it in. I also realised he was the assistant captain at the time, so that's the alternate captain. So that's kind of cool as well. So yeah, I thought I'll throw that in there. But definitely my best moment, so I highly recommend going and look at that clip. Just the call in general, it's infectious. Like you can't help but love hockey, and then it's just like, oh my god. And it was a double minor that was coming up. Game 1 in the finals. Obviously, the series didn't go their way, but yeah, it was a great thing to watch, and I guess it was the start of the Blues starting to be a bit of a powerhouse. It sucks for the Blues, but Tarasenko's injury. Bennington took a step back last year. Like, yeah, Pietrangelo's gone. Like, yeah, I didn't think they were going to be able to do a repeat or get back to that level of form, but yeah, it really looks like they're not going to be able to. So yeah, this hurts them, but all the best for Steen. I hope it works out for him. Anyway, that is the whole video, guys. If you did like this video, hit the like button. Always hit subscribe because that really helps us the most. And if you haven't, of course, and comment down below of any of these topics, but probably what's your favourite moment of Lundqvist and Steen's career? Just because I think Lundqvist is probably done, but we don't know. But definitely Steen's. What's your best moment there? I think that's a good way of going. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.